Found this location. Looks really good. A lot of granite, quartz strewn, and indication of a reef that's probably broken down. Once again, you can see that all this ground is real old, very weathered. There are camels all over the place in here. Just on the other side. Oh, I can see one way in the distance. I don't know if I can do it in a minute. That's pretty far off. Everybody seems to be not very enthused here. So we're attempting to put together the 20 by 40 coil fat carts so we can cover a lot of ground quickly. Right now we're having a little difficulty finding tools, but we'll get it going sooner or later. Good example of granite schist. There's a lot of this vertical schist around here. I have one of the staples, bread, and we have plenty of it. Big bag full. The weather is nice. I'd say maybe it's, I don't know, 80. A little breezy. There's some flies around, but they're not too bad. They don't bite. It's a big contact zone of granite we have here, and then you come right over here, and here's the quartz sitting right next to it. Now there's a big quartz reef right here. Now whether or not it was gold bearing, we don't know, but certainly interesting. It's just everywhere decomposed quartz. It's almost impossible to know where to start because every place literally looks good. Okay, so it's the end of Tuesday, and I have no idea what time it is, maybe 8 o'clock. And I'm in my tent ready to bed down. The story about the place we've been today, I hit it hard, and I actually detected every place that would normally be productive in Arizona, in our normal stomping grounds. I mean, some of the reddest iron stained quartz you've ever seen. Contact zones, granite schist everywhere. I have a feeling, I've never been to Australia, but just in the pictures I've seen, this reminds me a lot of Australia, a lot of flat ground. Literally nothing in the way and no bushes or anything. A few cobbles every once in a while, but you run into a lot of black sand in the channels where water has ran. You know, you find those little pockets that you have to rebalance on to see if you can balance them out. So after the day's end, I got the word that, well, this area is sort of a gold where, or an area where gold was found, but they don't know where in the area gold was found. So it was sort of an explorer, I can't even talk, sort of an exploration today. And not a very profitable one. We had 3 20 by 40 coil tech carts out there detecting, and nobody came up with anything. I was using a 16-inch round coil tech. Everybody was using Minelab 4500s, and no one had any success. And some of these gentlemen that are with us are pretty successful gold prospectors. So tomorrow, early, we're supposed to get up early, break camp, and go 30 minutes to a place where they know they actually have found gold. They're actively working right now, and we'll see what we can find there. We actually had a bus of, actually sort of like a bus, an old beat up bus of probably about 15 prospectors. They're a team, and they've got a little generator and everything else, and they go around and try to find gold, but they do it as sort of a little syndicate. So most of the guys are still out sitting around talking. This is a very social environment, but unlike American prospectors where we socialize at the end of the day, the Sudanese like to socialize all throughout the day, and they don't really put a lot of prospecting hours in. Maybe it seems, at least at this place, what I've observed so far, I might put in about 3 hours a day. So let's see if I can get a shot outside the tent. You can just barely see that we've got a couple lights going out there. And it's not unusual here because the weather is so nice that most of the people, and it's of course winter time, so they don't have a lot of bug problems. They got a few flies and things like that, but mosquitoes are maybe out for 10 minutes, and not very many of them because this is their dry time of year. It's actually very nice just to sleep outside and without any shelter at all. They don't think anything of just throwing a blanket on the ground, laying down, and conking out. So I slept in the car last night. I was so tired I really didn't care where I slept. So tonight I'm inside a tent on an air mattress. We'll see how that goes. I'm not a big fan of air mattresses. I think I'd rather sleep on the ground. But this is Doc from Doc's Detecting, and end of Tuesday, the very first day actually that we've got any detecting in. So I don't have very many days to do this. We're gonna have to pull a rabbit out of our hat. All right, signing off. Take care. This is Wednesday morning, December 8th. As you can see, we're pretty much broken camp. Today we're supposed to be going where the real gold is, because today there wasn't any real gold, or yesterday. So had a nice tent. Sam was kind enough to get me an air mattress. I'm not sure I needed that. I was so exhausted I probably could have slept on a bed of nails. But whatever the case is, this is absolutely beautiful land from a perspective of what us prospectors look for. I mean, it's just gorgeous, but you know, you can still have land like this and it can still be barren. I'm sure there's gold out there, but it's just there's so much area to cover, and there's no specific areas to look at. I mean, there are some that certainly look better than others, where the quartz is extremely red stained. I mean, there's good quartz here. Quartz we see here, right in this area, would be quartz down in Arizona, or you know, any other place would be acceptable. But there's even better looking quartz where it's completely, the quartz is almost bone red, or blood red, I'm sorry, bone red. You can see I'm still a little tired. So anyway, so we're packing up the carts and we're off to our next destination. So keep an eye for me out on spot, the little link, and see where I've gone next. So this is Doc, and see if I can turn this camera around. This is Doc from DocsDetecting.com in northern Sudan with a group of prospectors. Teach them how to use their mine labs more effectively. In the distance you can see the camels. Oh, maybe not. Bouncing around too much. I've been assured that we'll find plenty of camels everywhere. The place we were prospecting on Tuesday is 150 miles northeast of Atbah. A-T-B like boy, A like Adam, R like Robert. The reason they thought this might be a good area is because a little further east of this, a French mining company owns all that land. And they've been mining it for gold, but of course a large-scale operation. So they thought perhaps if they just stopped short of that area, there might be gold here as well. And as I said, I'm sure there is gold here, but it was more of an exploration. You need to start where people are actually finding the gold. It's like Jim Strait says, you know, follow the tailing piles. If you follow the tailing piles, you're going to find the gold. And so hopefully that's what we'll do today. I'll report back later. This is Doc.
If you're gonna give this to National Geographic.
خلاص اوكي هنا حجر لديه
دي قلبة ضل بريحك أسيت سعيد